Okay everyone, one of the first things that we thought about when we decided to sell our 3,200 square foot home and move into a less than 400 square foot fifth wheel with our 5 children was, are we gonna have internet? How do people who travel on the road all the time have internet? I mean, cell phones could be used, sure, but we use a lot of internet, especially with all of my kids for homeschool, for streaming their videos, for video games, like whatever it is, we use a lot. So what were we gonna do? Well, thanks to YouTube, there's lots of things that you can find out, lots of different ways that other people will have their internet. We found a place called liveandlight. I think it's liveandlight.org, but just to make sure, I will link it up and below. And we found that they sold a truly unlimited plan that does not throttle. So that's what we did. We bought an AT&T version. It is $120 a month, so it is a lot more expensive. It works just like a normal SIM card, but it's separate from our cell phones, which is what we wanted. We didn't want to have to share that data or hotspot it all the time. So we bought that along with the Pepwave, and we even got one of those Wii Boosts. Here's the trick. Does the Wii Boost work? We didn't use it for the first 6 months until we got up to the flight park, and we thought to ourselves, our internet's kind of spotty. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But everyone knows that when you see that little reload button all the time that keeps flashing, super annoying when you're trying to stream something. So we decided to put it to the test. Does the Wii Boost actually help you get a better signal? Here's how we installed it, and wait to the end to find out if we think it's worth the cost, because it can be expensive.
Here's the Pepwave. This is the modem that we're going to use. It's got connections for the GPS, for Wi-Fi and whatnot. Here's the antenna that I'm going to put on top of the roof, and that we're going to drill a hole through the wall there and feed that through the roof onto this piece of wood here. And we just put some Velcro on the Pepwave so we could Velcro it to the measuring to make sure I don't hit anything when I drill. So I already measured on the roof, and now I measure here, and I'm pretty sure that this hole here is going to be good. No turning back here. Drilled through the roof there, the ceiling. Let's see here. I think I've hit something. So yeah, I think I hit that ladder. There's a ladder that comes up right there, and so I can't make it through the top of the roof. So I'm gonna have to drill another hole, and hopefully I can scoot over enough to get away from the metal that holds. So here's the base of the antenna. I'm going to slide that down through the hole. Unfortunately, it's not long enough. It has a piece that thin, and it's just not long enough to go through the roof. But here you can screw it to the bottom of the antenna so that the wires will come straight out. Right now they're screwed in with these brackets here so that they come to the side, so that you don't go straight down, but the way we're going to have it is go straight down. So I'm trying to feed the cords through here. They're pretty wide, so it was kind of a pain in the butt to get it through. Got it through, and I'm just going to connect it. It's pretty tight, so So here it is, fully connected, Wi-Fi and the internet. Like I said, it's really tight, so it pulls on the wires here and here and here.
So as an RV traveling family, we definitely have internet all the time, wherever we go. As long as there's an AT&T tower or signal around, we have internet. For those that don't, you can buy a Verizon plan, which obviously would be better, but it's also a lot more expensive even than the $120 that we spend a month. But I wouldn't trade it for anything because I don't have to worry about using a hotspot or data or any of that plans. We have internet whenever there's an AT&T signal. It's great. So to sum it up, can an RV family have internet on the road? Yes, you can, and it's not as complicated as you think.
Got to go up on top of this thing and secure it and seal it. So that's the most important thing. You want to make sure it's sealed so it doesn't leak. Got a lot of extra cord, so I'm gonna have to wrap it around the thing, but here's the base that I stuck down in through the roof, and like I said, wrap around the ladder here, so even if the antenna does come loose from the roof, it'll just hang there, hopefully not rip off. And this is how I'm going to configure the wire. The base isn't screwed in yet, but still got to figure out where I want to put it. This is the caulking that I used. It's a gray commercial kitchen stuff, so it's waterproof. This is the Eternabond tape. It's the stuff that is approved by the warranty for roof repair on RVs. So I would recommend everybody have some of this Eternabond tape. Here I am cleaning the roof to make sure the antenna adheres to the roof well. The antenna doesn't, I mean, I could screw it in, but it doesn't have screws specific for going onto the roof. It's like an adhesive bottom, so I need to make sure the roof is good and clean so it will adhere well. Here I'm about to put the screws in, but before I do that, I'll put some silicone caulking, and then when I do that, I'll put holes and screw the screws in, so it'll take the caulking with it and hopefully seal it well. You're making sure that the sealant gets in really well. The screws take it down in there with it. And then I'm just going to seal the top of the screws good, and then caulk around it just in case there's any chance of leaking or anything like that. You don't want your roof to leak. That's the worst thing you could possibly do, is allow the roof to leak. So here's the Eternabond tape. I'm going to go kind of crazy with it just to make sure it works.
So once we got it all installed, did the WeBoost actually help us get better signal? And the answer was absolutely. We went from getting 1 or 2 bars and it constantly sometimes being spotty to getting 3 to 4 and having an excellent signal. It absolutely does help boost it at least by 1 bar. At least that's our experience. So is it expensive? Yes. But is it worth the money? Absolutely. Anything to avoid the annoying, hey mom, our internet's not working again, the show's not playing, that's super annoying. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money and I recommend buying it.